For me, storytelling is about expression and communication. I've never been the kind of writer that writes stories just for themselves. I'm always writing for someone, or in hopes that someone will see what I've created and achieve some sort of understanding through that. That's one of the things that I love about art and storytelling, and it's really important to me. And so having very little produced work, very little of anything that someone can enjoy and appreciate as a finished product, has been difficult. And what I've been dealing with right now, what this video is about, is that I think I've actually been making this whole thing harder for myself. Actually, I don't think, I know that I've been making all of this a lot harder for myself. I was never someone who was singularly passionate about a medium. I grew up loving books and movies and television and video games and comic books. I love all of these mediums of storytelling. I love how they allow different kinds of stories to be told, or allow stories to be told in different kinds of ways. I never wanted, and still don't want, to just focus on a single medium. And it gets me excited. It gets me so excited to move from one medium to another, to bring what I learn in one medium to the next, and have to navigate each medium's particularities in order to craft a story that's compelling there. I'm pretty confident that by jumping between these different projects, by doing comics and then spending time on prose and then spending time doing TV stuff, I'm making it a lot harder for myself to make progress in any one of these careers. I'm slowing myself down and making it take longer for me to achieve any level of success. And beyond even other writing projects, I allow myself to be distracted with other projects that are different ways of telling stories, or that are important and meaningful to me. This YouTube channel is one of them. So I'm making things harder for myself. And if you split yourself up across these different mediums and have to learn how to tell stories well in each of them, you're kind of weighing that idea of jack of all trades versus master of one, an incredible screenwriter or comic book creator or extremely talented author that has dedicated themselves to that singular pursuit, that singular medium and craft. As much as the skills in writing are transferable, right? What you learn about building story in one medium can help you build better stories in another. There are unique particularities to each individual medium that do not translate, and that instead can actually teach you bad habits that you have to forget when you move from one medium to another. Because if you don't, you're going to not be taking advantage of what makes each medium special. I know that I don't want to give up on the idea of telling stories in these different mediums. But if the stories aren't coming to life, that doesn't feel like I'm really living up to that promise to myself of actually telling stories. I'm just writing. I'm not telling anybody a story because there's nobody there to read or listen or watch. And I guess the core point is I'm worried that years down the line, I'm going to regret not focusing more now, so that I stand a better chance of having my stories come to life, of actually reaching an audience, and can potentially move on to other mediums later on, instead of being so eager and I guess impatient a little bit to do it all now. But like I said, I really love it. I love moving into these different mediums, and I hope that by learning and tackling these different mediums, I'm an overall stronger storyteller for it, and that can make up for whatever I lose in technical skill by not being as focused in a single medium. Jack of all trades or master of one. Am I screwing myself by going jack of all trades? In the moment right now, I don't think so. Because even now, I have frustrations about what I have or haven't accomplished, but I can always see that at least I was focused on telling meaningful stories, right? Stories that I really cared about. And so I hope that will remain true, that even if on paper, I'm never as successful as I really hope to be, right? I'm never able to tell stories on the kind of scale that I'd hope to be, that I can't reach as many people as I'd like to, that I'll still be able to take satisfaction in the kinds of stories I've been able to bring to life, and not having compromised on the creative vision and my creative, I guess, desire to go from medium to medium. And maybe that's just a spoiled attitude. Maybe it's unrealistic, and I should just be grateful for even working in a single medium. But I think that I have to pursue what drives me about storytelling. What I think makes telling stories so cool and so interesting. And I think that's true for everyone. If you're singularly passionate about film, there's no point in just doing a comic because it might be the right move, right? Because you think it'll help you somehow. For me, I just like telling stories. I like that whole field. And I want to mess around with it in as many different forms as I can. So this video is a question without an answer. Am I diluting myself as an artist? Am I negatively affecting my future? I don't know. And I don't think we'll know until 5 or 10 years from now when we'll have more videos to look back on and see what's happened. But for now, I'm just going to keep telling the stories I want to tell, making the moves that I think will allow me to do things the way I want to do them. Life is way too short for anything else. And hopefully you'll come along with me along the way. All right. Whew. Yeah. I think that's where we'll leave it.